Am I audible to all? Hello. Am I audible to all?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we shall wait for 1 and 2 minutes to join others. After that, we will start our class. Today, we are going to start the triple integral. I think most of our students, those who are taking the class, they are joining already. So I will start my class. My screen is visible to all. It is not right now,
sir.
no?
No,
Okay,
sir.
it is just loading. Wait for some minutes. The network is very poor. This is the real problem here. Now also it's loading. So wait
Yes,
for 1
sir.
minute. Wait for 1 minute. It will be coming.
Hello. Good morning, sir.
Morning.
सर कल जो कॉग्निशन पढ़ा है सर वो मॉड्यूल 4 का है सर.
What is that?
या मॉड्यूल 1 का सर.
हाँ.
जैकोबियन ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन कल बताए थे सर.
Mobius transformation. Mobius transformation, ना?
मॉड्यूल 4 का है सर.
Mobius transformation is
नहीं सर, जैकोबियन ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन.
Jacobian is a part
सर
of our
जैकोबियन ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन.
Jacobian is a part of our double integral and triple integral. It is not any other thing is given here. It was already you have done in your first semester Jacobian in your determinant matrix. Jacobian already over. It was a part of our double and triple integral, so I have go for that. I have not throughout. I have going for the Jacobian. It is one of the parts, so I have already only told that what is the Jacobian. I think now my screen is visible to all, na?
Sir,
Yes,
how
sir.
many topics will come, sir, in internal?
Huh? What?
How many topics will come in internal, sir?
Already I have told yesterday. Vector, right?
Yes, sir.
Vector, how much I have covered the syllabus.
Yes, sir.
Stokes-Gaines and Gauss theorem is except of your syllabus, and total complex number, what I have covered already, right?
Yes, sir. Only 2 modules, sir.
2.5, you can say that. Vector is not totally for the complex module 4 and 5.
Yes, sir.
And for vector, what was I have covered.
Yes.
Okay, so now we are going to our triple integral. Here it is given that triple integral over a rectangular parallelepiped. As the triple integral, actually triple integral indicates the volume. It is also known as the volume integral. Let f of xyz be a bounded function of 3 variables xyz defined over the closed box V in R3. R3 means here the 3-dimensional space given by V is volume, as it is represent a volume. So V is taken here. In previously it was taken as R as the region. So here x bounded by AB, y bounded by CD, z bounded by EF. Let us divide V into the M and P sub boxes. In our previous, for the rectangular region, it was S and A and B was there, and it was that sub rectangle was Mn. but here it is volumetric, so x, y, z, three are present, so subdivided V into M and P sub boxes. Here not the rectangle, they are boxes. By drawing plane parallel to the coordinates plane, so we denote that IJK is the sub box of A IJK, and its volumes are delta IJK, and delta IJK will be the multiplication of delta Xi into delta Yj into delta Zk. When we are making into the summation notation, it is just one dimension ahead of the two dimension. There was a summation k equal to 1 to p, j equal to 1 to n, I equal to 1 to m, then f of xi, yj, zk, delta xi, delta yj, delta zk. And delta A is equal to, we know that this, so delta x maximum of 1 less than equal to I less than equal to m, that means A xi running over 1 to m, yj, j is running over 1 to n, and here k is running over 1 to p. So taking that delta x tends to 0, delta y tends to 0, delta z tends to 0. And delta A is the product of delta x into delta y into delta z. If all three are tending to 0, then delta A also tending to 0. So then making delta x tends to 0, delta y tends to 0, delta z tends to 0, so that delta A tends to 0. Now we are taking the limit concept here. Now if we take the repeated limit delta x tends to 0, limit delta y tends to 0, limit delta z tends to 0, actually delta A tends to 0 actually, then here it is coming this, and exactly exists finitely, this limit exists finitely, then we can say that triple integral 1 to triple integral, as it is the volume, so V is taken here, f of x, y, z, dx, dy, dz exists. And this integral means limit delta x tends to 0, limit delta x tends to 0, delta y tends to 0, delta z tends to 0, summation k equal to 1 to p, summation j equal to 1 to n, summation I equal to 1 to m, f of xi, yj, zk into delta xi, delta yj, delta zk. This is the definition of the triple integral. It is nothing but an extended part of the double integral, one dimension ahead. Now, for the triple integral, for integral of the bounded function is given over finite closed region V in R3. Let us enclose V completely by means the here V is given. Capital F of xyz is equal to small f of xyz for xyz belongs to V, otherwise it is 0. Then f of xyz is said to be the integrable. Actually, what the integrand is given, it must be integrable. Then f of xy is said to be the integrable over V if it is integrable over S, and then these two are the equal. V f of xyz dx dy dz and S f of xyz is equal to this. When it is V and S both are the same, not same space. Now triple integral expressed as repeated integral, isn't it? As it is expressed as the repeated limit of delta x tends to 0, delta y tends to 0, delta z tends to 0. So triple integral over V f of xyz dx dy dz, that means here for x the limit is x1 to x2, for y y1 x into y2 x, and for z z1 x of y, x and y, and z2 xy. Because of that, when we are performing it with respect to dx, then this one will be coming, then z will be just substituted by some z1 and z2, where z1 z2 both are the function of xy. After that, we are taking with respect to dy. Look at here, in which order it is given, in reverse order. Which one is the last? Dz. So we have to make the integration with respect to the dz last, then dy. So first we have to make the integral with respect to dx, then dy, then dz. So look at here, when we are making the integration with respect to dx, then we are taking that z1 and z2 is the ratio, and sorry, at first we are making with the integration with respect to dz. When we making into the integration with respect to dz, that is z, then z1 and z2 both are the function of xy. So z is vanished here. After taking this within third bracket integral, then we have to made it with respect to y. When we making with respect to y, then look at the limit. It is y1x, y2x. So y is vanished. So all those parts will be coming into the x. And lastly, we have to made it with respect to x, that is value of x1, x2 as given. This is the way. Now take an example here. Look into the example. If you don't understood, then tell me. dr d theta dz. And first part, first integral, the limit is, whose limit is given here? The first integral 0 to pi by 2, whose limit is this?
Theta.
This is the limit of theta. Second integral, limit is 0 to a sin theta,
R.
whose limit is this? R.
R.
And lastly, 0 to a square minus r square by, whose limit is this? It is the limit of z. So that means at first we have to make the integral with respect to z, then with respect to theta, lastly with respect to r. Look at here, they have done it. That is r square by 2. Sorry, only dz, that is z. Then it will be coming a square minus r square by a minus 0. So a is the constant, so a is coming out of the integration 1 by a. So r into a square minus r square, it will be integrated with respect to dr, that is with respect to r. They have done it. When they are making the integration with respect to r, they are taking the limit that r equal to 0 to a sin theta, then put it here. After that, all those things is coming, either it is a constant or it is a part of the theta. And lastly, they have done sine to the power 4 theta d theta. It can be done by reduction formula also, na? This part can be done by reduction formula also, sine to the power 4 theta d theta, 0 to pi by 2. Can you make this? ये समझ में आया? This part can be done by reduction formula also. Look at here. Last part, it was the, if we say that, sorry. Just a minute, wait. I equal to integration 0 to pi by 2 sine to the power 4 theta d theta. It was given. We know that for reduction formula, in equal to, what is the value of in? Isn't it? N by n minus 1 into in minus 2. So here for my 4, we can take that 4 by 3 into I2. Then I2 is equal to 2 by 1 into I0. So I4 can be written that 4 by 3 into 2 into I0. That is 8 by 3 into I0. I0 is equal to integration 0 to pi by 2 sine theta whole to the power 0 d theta. That means integration 0 to pi by 2 something to the power 0 means 1 d theta. That is theta within limit 0 to pi by 2 is equal to pi by 2. So from here we can write down that I4 is equal to 8 by 3 into pi by 2. That is 4 pi by 3, na? Value of this 4 pi by 3. Isn't it? So this part can be written in same way. So finally the value is coming here. This part also can be sin square theta can be done by I to the power n form, that is I2. Value of I2, we know that. Here the value of I2 half into I0. So 2 into I0. So I2 equal to 2 into I0. What is the value of I0? Already we have found here. 2 into I0. I0 means pi by 2 is equal to pi. Value of I2 equal to pi. So here we can put this pi. Actually, this is the part in sin square theta 0 to pi by 2. We can put that pi. And instead of 0 to pi by 2 sin to the power 4 theta d theta, we can put that the value of this one is pi by 2. Is it clear? So after
Yes,
that, with
sir.
calculation, we got this. Now take the second example. Here it is given V is the bounded space where x lies between 0 to 1, y lies between 0 to x square, z lies between 0 to x plus y. So limit of z is 0 to x plus y, limit of y is 0 to x square, limit of x is 0 to 1. Look at here. They have given the limit x equal to 0 to 1, y equal to 0 to x square, z equal to 0 to x plus y. So at first we have to make it in the integration with respect to dz. So dz x plus y is the constant, only it is the z square by 2. So it will be given that xz plus yz plus z square by 2. That is coming here. So put the limit. After that, putting this limit, we have to make it in the integration with respect to dy. After putting the value, it is coming this. Now you have to integrate this one with respect to dy. After getting the integration with respect to dy, it will be x square y. Then it will be xy square by 2. Then it will be xy square by 2. Then it will be y cube by 3. Then this part will be y plus y plus x whole cube by 3. 3 into 2, that is 6. Y equal to 0 to x square. After that, it is coming all those part into either it is constant or in the part of x. Now we have to take the integration with respect to x. Then it is x to the power 5 by 5, x to the power 6 by 6, 1/3 into x to the power 7 by 7, like this, and making this. We got the value is this. So this result is area, volume, or some unit. What is the unit of this? 261 by 420. What is the unit of this in CGS method? What will be the unit of this in CGS method?
So cubic.
Centimeter cube, na? Because of that, it is since it is the volumetric integral, that means it's represent a volume. So volume is the tri-dimensional. So it will be centimeter cube in CGS method. Clear? Here only given the answer, but you have to write down that cubic units. 261 by 420 cubic units. As here it is not given what is the length, so we are generally written that cubic units. Is it clear? Is this clear to everybody?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Then we are going for the next part. It is very important problem. Look at here. It is a very important problem which might be coming your semester exam also. And I think you have some idea about the plane. Already you have done it in your class 12 syllabus, na? 3-dimensional geometry. You have already, you know that what is that 3-dimensional geometry. Here we have to evaluate the triple integral x plus y plus z plus 1 whole to the power 4 dx dy dz over the region x greater than equal to 0. That means positive x-axis. y greater than 0, that means positive y axis. Z greater than equal to 0, that means positive z axis. That means upper half plane. And x plus y plus z less than equal to 1. Look at here, it is given that x plus y plus z less than equal to 1. It is given that x plus y plus z, it is less than equal to 1. If we take it into the equation, then we can write this. So from here, if we take that x by 1 plus y by 1 plus z by 1 is equal to 1. This is the intercepted form. So it cuts the x-axis. So it is cuts the x-axis in which point? It cuts the x-axis at the point
1, 1, 1.
1, 0,
One, sir.
0. 1, 0, 0. In y-axis 0, 1, 0. And z-axis 0, 0, 1. Is it clear? This x plus y plus z less than equal to 0. This inequation can be written in the form of x plus y plus z equal to 1, which in the intercepted form we can write down x by 1 plus y by 1 plus z by 1 equal to 1, which clear cut indicates the actually straight line. Actually, it will be coming the plane, not straight line. The plane cuts the x-axis at the point 1, 0, 0, cut the y-axis at the point 0, 1, 0, and z-axis at the point 0, 0, 1. Is it clear? And obviously, it was given that x greater than equal to 0, that means the positive x-axis, y greater than equal to 0, the positive y-axis, z greater than equal to 0, positive z-axis. So from here, we can make the figure. Look at here. They have taken that OZ here, OX here, OY here. Look at here. In x-axis, this one is the x-axis, A cutting at 1, 0, 0. Clear? In y-axis, B is the point which is cutting at the point 0, 1, 0. In z-axis, C is the point which cutting. This is the plane at the point 0, 0, 1, which I have already told you now. The plane intersect at x-axis, y-axis, and z-axis in the part of A, B, C. The coordinate of A will be 1, 0, 0, coordinate of B will be 0, 1, 0, and coordinate of C will be 0, 0, 1. Is it clear to everybody? If not, tell me. Is this part is understood by everybody? If someone failed to understood, then tell me whether in which point you have not getting the point. Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
So is this understood? What I have told
Yes,
you?
sir.
Okay. Now look at here. Positive z-axis means in the upper half direction. Positive y-axis means in this direction. Positive x-axis means in this direction. So this is the our volume. This is look like a tetrahedron. Not exactly tetrahedron, because of that these angles are not the isosceles. Now here z equal to 0 in y-axis, equation of y-axis z equal to 0 is equation of x-axis, y equal to actually y, x, y, z both are 0, and z-axis x, y 0. And here the intersecting line z equal to, as it was given that x plus y plus z equal to 1. So from here we can write down z equal to 1 minus x minus y. That is written here. Z in the direction of z increasing. So the what should be the limit of z? Limit of z should be z equal to 0 to 1 minus x minus y. Is it clear? This will be the first integral for z. This will be the limit z equal to 0 to 1 minus x minus y. Is it clear? Why the limit of z should be coming that z equal to 0 to 1 minus x minus y?
No, sir.
Huh? Don't understood? समझ में नहीं आया? Just wait for 1 minute. At first we are, what is given here? X greater than equal to 0, y greater than equal to 0, z greater than equal to 0, x plus y plus z, that is less than equal to 0. So all in equation, if we make into the equation, then it will be coming x equal to 0, y equal to 0, z equal to 0, and x plus, sorry, it was not 0, no? It was 1. It was 1. X plus y plus z equal to 1. Now for z. For z. First part is z equal to 0. And from here, we can write down z equal to 1 minus x minus y. So the limit of z is 0 to 1 minus x minus y. Now we are going for y. When we are making for y, first part is y equal to 0, and then it will be when it is coming that z is 0, so y equal to 1 minus x. Because of that, it was given x plus y plus z equal to 1. Already z is given 0, so from here it will be coming x plus y equal to 1. So from here y equal to 1 minus x. So the limit of y is 0 to 1 minus x. Now lastly for x, that is x equal to 0, and lastly it will be given that x equal to 1. If we put y equal to 0, then it is x equal to 1. So the limit of x is 0 to 1. Is it clear? So it will be like that, x equal
Yes,
to
sir.
0 to 1 dx, integration y equal to 0 to 1 minus this into something into dy into integration z equal to 0 to 1 minus y minus x into something into dz. So at first we have to make this integration with respect to dz and putting limit z equal to 0 to this. After that we have to take the integral. This is the second part, it is the first, and this is the last, third part. Clear? Now go to our example. Look here, what they have taken here. Limit x equal to 0 to 1, y equal to 0 to 1 minus x, z equal to this. Now it is clear? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Now they have just
Yes, sir.
make the integration. There is nothing to told you that you make the integration one by one. So here 3 integration you have to perform with the definite integral. So it will be obviously given to your LMS. The result is coming 117 by 70 cubic units. Na? After that we can write down this is the result as 117 by 70 in this cubic units. Here some problems are given to you people. It will be given to your LMS. Already I have given the LMS portal some problems as well as some exercise for you people. Have you got it?
Yes, sir.
Now, in double integration, we have already found that evaluation of the double integral using transformation. For triple integral also, we can use the transformation. So here also Jacobian is coming. Look at here. If f equal x equal to f of u v w, y equal to g of u v w, z equal to h of u v w represent a continuous one-to-one mapping in the closed volume V. Here also Jacobian should not be 0. So this Jacobian, that means, just a minute. Actually here it is given Jacobian of x, y, z, u, v, w, na? X, YZ U V W. That must be for the determinant del X del U del X del V del X del W del Y del U del Y del V del Y del W, and here it is del Z del U del Z del V and del Z del W. This is the value of the Jacobian and it should not be 0. Then the integration should be double triple integral V in f of x, y, z, dx, dy, dz. That can be written in the form triple integral 1 to 3 into v dash g of UVW into mod of Jacobian of x, y, z by UVW into which we have taken here du, dv, dw. So for this transformation, at first we have to find out the value of this determinant. Then we have to put this determinant, and instead of this dx, dy, dz, we have to put the value of the determinant, and instead of f of x, y, z, we have to put the UVW, and here du, dv, dw, as same as the previous. Clear? And for the polar coordinate, what is the substitution? Do you know that? What is the substitution? X equal to R cos phi sin theta, na? Y equal to R sin phi sin theta. R sin phi sin theta. And Z equal to, I think it is R cos theta, na? Now, if we take that x square plus y square plus z square, then x square plus y square plus z square, it should be r square cos square phi into sin square theta plus r square sin square phi into sin square theta plus r square cos square theta. Now, from first two, if we take that r square sin square theta common, then it will be cos square phi plus sin square phi plus it will be remain r square cos square theta. So from here that this is 1, so it will be coming r square sin square theta plus r square cos square theta, then it will be coming r square. Whose equation is x square plus y square plus z square equal to r square, which is nothing but a equation of sphere whose center at 0, 0, 0 and radius is the r units, isn't it? Hello.
Sir.
So here transformation should be x equal to r cos phi sin theta, y equal to r sin phi sin theta, and z equal to r cos theta. So here it is given that this is, it is becoming r square sin square theta, r square sin theta. If we take that this Jacobian, then it will be coming r square sin square theta and x square plus y square plus z square equal to r square. Clear? So here they have taken one problem, so that triple integration z square dx dy dz extended over the hemisphere z greater than equal to 0, x square plus y square plus z square less than equal to a square is this. So the given integral is this. B is given that x square plus y square plus z square less than equal to a square and z greater than equal to 0. So in the upper half of the z plane, that is why it is hemisphere. Let us use the transformation x equal to r sin theta cos phi, y equal to r sin theta sin phi, and z equal to r cos theta. So the Jacobian will be r square sin phi and also x square plus y square plus z square equal to r square. So from here we have to make the limit. So from this v it is coming as, so r is the 0 to a. Actually r varies from 0 to a and theta varies from 0 to pi by 2 and phi varies from 0 to 2 pi. As it is the hemisphere, z greater than equal to 0, so phi varies from 0 to 2 pi, right? It is totally circular, and here theta in the first quadrant as the hemisphere, so 0 to pi by 2, and r varies from 0 to a. Here it is given as z greater than equal to 0, that means 0 less than equal to theta less than equal to pi by 2, and describe the whole circular base, that is x square plus y square plus less than equal to a square. This is the circular part. When we put z equal to 0, this sphere coming into the circle, when r equal to a, then this. So z equal to 0, phi has vary from 0 to 2 pi. So from here we can write down phi equal to 0 to 2 pi, theta equal to 0 to pi by 2, and r is equal to 0 to a. And instead of z square, we can put r square cos square theta, and the value of the Jacobian was r square sine theta, that is written here, and dr d theta d phi. Is it understood? Is this one is understood by everybody? How the transformation is coming here? Please answer me, otherwise I cannot understood who have understood or not. Please answer
No, sir.
me. Huh?
No, sir. No.
No. Why? Look at here in previous thing, we have write down that this one can be written as g of e into the Jacobian of this into du, dv, d phi, right? Look at here. Here we have taken the part of this. So this volumetric here it is given from V to S. S, look at S. R varies from 0 to 1, theta varies from 0 to pi by 2, and phi varies from 0 to 2 pi. It is the circular path, so 0 to 2 pi, and theta in the first quadrant, so 0 to pi by 2, and r varies from the radius is the a, so r varies from 0 to a. So here we are putting that phi equal to, this limit is understood. Now z, what is the value of z? Z is equal to r cos theta. That means z square equal to r square cos square theta. That is written here. Now Jacobian of this. What is the value of Jacobian? That is given r square sin square theta. That is written here into new coordinate. Instead of dx, dy, dz, we have to put dr, d theta, d phi. That is here. Now we have to made it with respect to at first r, then theta, then phi. So at first they have made it with respect to r, then putting the limit, then with respect to theta, putting the limit, lastly with respect to phi, they have got the answer. Here just the transforming the coordinate into the sphere, actually spherical coordinate, what already I have written here. It can be written that r cos phi sin theta, y equal to r sin phi sin theta, and z equal to this. And then we have to make this Jacobian. Jacobian, what is the value is coming? That value will be putting here. It was given r square sin square theta, and here g of this, it was z square. That means r square cos square theta. Look at here. This one was that r square cos square theta. For Jacobian, this one this, and dx, dy, dz change into dr, d theta, d phi. After that, you have to make the integration by order. At first, which is the here on the left hand side, which is the leftmost, that is first, that is dr, then d theta, then d phi. This is understood? So here are so many problems are given here. So it will be given to your LMS so that you can make all those problems. It was our triple integration. There are some example of double integration as well as triple integration also given here. So you can make your practice as well as some workout example also given here. If you are failed to understood, then you can ask me. It will be given to your LMS portal. So I think time is very short for today.